All right, guys, fresh off of episode 7, Made in Abyss. Wow.
We got the backstory for what we were waiting
Loved
for the
it.
whole season.
Favorite. This is what I wanted, and you know what? I want another.
It was a
I want
continuous.
another.
It didn't cut to the main story
Yep.
whatsoever.
I was waiting for that.
You guys want a context? Here's some context.
This is beautiful.
And God damn,
From the minute they showed up,
If-
that's where it took place.
if Made in Abyss is not just like
Dark motherfucker, I'll tell you.
it is a dark show.
So the way they treat kids is like,
So those interference units they were basically guiding the humans once they got down there.
Yeah.
Spoke fluent English
Picked it up
immediately.
real quick.
So they know a lot.
I think they're whoever. I'd like to meet who programmed them. Where'd they come from? More questions from Made in Abyss.
We know that the Golden City had a civilization
Yeah.
at one point
And they said it's cruel.
that
down there.
Iramiri came from.
Yep.
And that her
That was,
mom.
by the way, great pronunciation on that.
I
name.
tried real hard,
That
and I
was
think I still
like
butchered
he
it.
rehearsed it or something. That was very good.
So she came from the Abyss.
She was
Her
born in the
mother
Abyss.
gave birth to several children. She was the only girl, and she couldn't give birth.
So do you think she was like a couple layers up?
So she kind of
They
discarded
found her on the
They
way.
just kind of threw her.
Yeah.
Well, she was a part of the village. The village, when they became of age, they gave the scriptures on their back. She had them. So she was a part of the village for a while.
like if the
I'm
initial
assuming-
Golden City,
No, the village above.
wherever
the
she
Abyss.
lived. Okay, right.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So she
Yeah.
came from layers above, and then this group of adventurers and explorers just picked her up because she was probably alone.
Well,
that's what I'm assuming.
Well, no. They found Iramiri at the base of the Abyss, at the village. She was a part of the village.
So she somehow got down there.
She came from the Abyss. We still don't know her origin story outside of what she said.
Because how was she surviving prior to them? More questions.
Yeah, it's more
Please
question-
answer. There's definitely a piece of me that feels like I missed something. That was a lot because my excitement about the episode not being about our normal 3.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to get answers, and yet I got 2 answers maybe or 3, and then we have 6 questions.
Well, the episode was basically what happens when you explore new lands. You need to find food and you need to find water.
Right.
Food, they were hunting.
And
they
watch
were
out for
killing.
disease.
They were some of the creatures of the
They
Abyss.
almost look like hollows. That one big one that looked like just a 2-legged anteater looked like he had the mouth of a hollow, which I thought like, oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But
Because we saw the creation of them, and we saw that those are the thing that powers that sphere that goes up and down.
yeah,
The hollows.
They needed water. They found one source of water that was they believed to be potable.
Correct.
And well,
Turns out,
it makes you shit yourself until you die of eggs.
yeah, they were like eggs we assumed they were eggs, and then they kind of clarified it was either eggs or seeds, and we went with
Yeah.
eggs because where they found the water was inside of a creature that was dissolving.
Yeah. So
So sounds great to drink if you ask me.
and then all their limbs were literally dissolving.
Yeah, they were turning into like root-like structures to me.
Yeah.
Because they were still there, they were like melting, but then they solidified.
And then as time went on, more and more of these adventurers became ill with the sickness because of the water they were drinking.
Right.
To the
Our
point to where
sages-
Vuko, Wazukan, and
Baloth
were the last 3 basically that were still.
functioning until the
Yes.
Vuko was getting got when she was touching her soggy underwear with her.
And then we
Diarrhea.
found the egg, which
Yeah.
was the something of wishes. It was the cradle of wishes, or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And we might have got a little bit
Cradle
of
of
the
wishes.
pronunciation wrong.
But we
there,
saw that at the end of one of the episodes. That was that egg thing.
last episode.
Was it last episode?
It was last
God,
episode.
man. I feel like
Yeah.
it's been months since I've watched Made in Abyss.
And we found out that Iramiri had it
It became
basically
her, part of her.
inside of her, and it looks like what she wished for. So basically, this thing grants you whatever you wish.
Yeah.
But it has tremendous consequences, and
I'd say.
usually using it on juveniles is preferred.
was better because
is what I
they're
think
not,
I gathered.
I feel like
right?
as adult humans are just pieces of shit, I assume, and want only certain things.
Self-serving.
Yeah. The basic, the
and
standard.
it looks like she wished to be able to give birth.
Because that's what she couldn't do, and that's why her mother got rid of her.
Exactly. So it looks like she wished, let me have the ability to give birth. And the next day, she gave birth to, it looks like a hollow, it looks like a
Looked like
creature.
that creature that was eaten by, or that pet they found
Yeah.
down there. She was creating them, and then
Every day she'd have one
Yep.
give birth, and then it would,
It would
die.
die.
give
because
birth
it wasn't
and die.
developed, and you know why? Because I think this is what happens when a child was making wishes and doesn't fully understand that what it needs, a baby needs to survive.
Yeah,
So
I don't
like
even
a
know if it
child
had, I
making
think
a
it
child.
even referenced the fact that internal organs hadn't been
They weren't
developed
there,
or anything like
right?
that.
Nothing was there. That like she didn't wish it fully.
Yeah.
That's the way I interpreted it. at
Well,
least.
it turns out at the end of the episode, so everyone's dying. Iramuri has the Cradle of Wishes, I think
Yep.
is what we're going to call it.
And she
inside
was
of her.
transforming
She's
even
giving
further.
birth, and she's just dissolving into almost a MIDI-like being.
Oh, I saw.
Where-
All I could saw was Faputa there. That's all I could see.
Yeah.
Because the ears were coming, the hands were starting to like puff up.
And then at the end of the episode, Vuko is being fed soup.
Yeah.
And Wazukan is above her, giving it to her, and immediately you go, what is it?
Also staring very close to her.
And then she wakes up and she's able to move. She's regained function of all of her extremities. And she walks with Wazukan, and he explains the fact that he told her that child was going to be their savior.
And I want to know what he
Does
did.
that mean that they're eating the things that she gives birth to?
That's what
or
I'm
that they're
thinking.
eating her herself? I don't know those, and I just, again, a million questions with Made in Abyss. But this episode was damn rough.
I was just thinking, I was like, maybe like those creatures that she was birthing were the eggs from the water, and because she had the cradle that she could actually process them.
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's a lot of questions.
But thoroughly loved this
it was
episode,
a
though.
very dark episode.
Yeah, but it was everything we wanted.
This is kind of like what happens when you explore new lands. You know,
Yeah.
back when Indians first came here from Africa and they discovered America, and well, a lot of you are going to die from a lot of diseases that none of you know what to do with.
The white man and their smallpox.
Yeah, that's what happened down the line.
A white man.
Another episode of Made in Abyss, another
Fantastic.
banger. I'm so happy this was a contained story where we got some answers.
I hope next episode shows us how they became
It
what they
might be.
were, fixes all their problems, and then, sure,
Yeah.
get me back to Reg, Rico, and Nanachi. Great. I
We're
want
definitely
it.
going back.
But I'm ready to see how Vuko, where she got
Yep.
in the shadow tethers, where Baloth becomes the
centipede.
that half thing, and Wazukan becomes the puppet.
Yep.
There's just so much, and like
It's like
I don't know.
I think we're halfway there. I think
I think
next
so.
episode we're
I'm
probably going to
tasting
get
it
there.
so close I can taste.
And then we're going to have full context of just how fucked this whole expedition had become to get them to the point to where they
Right.
were in this tiny little village, just all huddled up and could never leave. But again, a fascinating episode.
Yeah, for
Made in
sure.
Abyss is just an
Loved it.
incredible show. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We'll
Next
see you
week.
next week, 7 days for another 23 minutes. If you like what we're doing around here, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode of Made in Abyss.